Hey ladies, gents, and those who have overcome the gender binary. What's up? It's your boy Max. So today I thought I would talk a little bit about LGBT representation in media because although the LGBT community is still widely fought against, we are getting so much steps forward from where we used to be. And I thought I would give a nod to that. My biggest thing I want to talk about is Steven Universe because Steven Universe is a kids show on Cartoon Network, and it is given so much love and support, and it's also mainly for kids because it's a kids show, and that's awesome that a show that's so widely known and is directed for kids is also a show that many people adore and has LGBT not issues, but LGBT's representation. For instance, one of the main characters in the show, you find out in later seasons, is actually a fusion, which is like a combination of two gems. And the reason she's a fusion and she always stays, or not always, but mostly stays as a fusion, is because the two gems that she is made of are so in love with each other. And they just never want to spend time apart, so they stay together all the time. And I think that's so pure and so beautiful. It's also really interesting to add that some people don't see it as an LGBT relationship because they come across as female, but they're literally rocks. So people sometimes I've seen them say because they are, like I said, literally rocks, that they are they're aliens that all take pronouns and appearances of females, but they aren't themselves actually female. They're more like non-binary in a sense. But let me have my love. Let me have my lesbians. They're lesbians. And there's another character that was pining after this one character for so long, also both lesbians. Well, one of them was more bisexual. And that's awesome. So just like this show, I don't really want to say much without spoiling it for those of you that haven't seen the show, but it does to have a lot of LGBT characters and representation, which is amazing for a kids show because kids shows kind of usually avoid that stuff. But different kids shows too have been recently expanding with LGBT characters. Like I believe there's one show on Disney Channel. I can't remember the name of it right now. I think it's like Fun House or something like that. Big House. I don't know. It's something with the house. It's about a kid with a bunch of sisters or something, and one of them has a friend who has two gay dads, and that's awesome. We just need more LGBT representation, especially among younger viewers, because it's so important to show from an early age that being gay is not a wrong. Being gay is something that can be beautiful. And say there's a kid that's struggling with his sexuality or her sexuality or maybe their gender identity. Who knows? But we want to be able to show that these are okay and that you should be proud of who you are. No matter whether you love girls, boys, both, and bi people, it all depends. So another group I want to talk about is Thomas Sanders and his friends. He's a YouTuber. He's my favorite YouTuber. Everyone knows that I won't shut up about him. It's gotten to the point where my friends have to take shots when I talk about him. So even though none of us are legally allowed to drink, we jokingly take shots. I've probably killed one of my friends at least with a liver poisoning at this point. But he's so amazing, and he is out as gay, and he just tries to spread acceptance into all of his videos. Like my opener I kind of got from him, honestly, because he says guys, gals, and non-binary pals in every video. He ends every video with "Take it easy, guys, gals, and non-binary pals," and I was like, I want to do something like that where I include the people that are non-binary as well, because I do realize that people say ladies and gentlemen, and they don't really give credit to people that aren't either, you know. So that's kind of where I got my opener from, or where it was inspired by. It was inspired by Thomas Sanders, who's an amazing, amazing gay YouTuber. Another channel that I want to bring some light on is one channel that I found very recently, Tuffy and Syl. They are this lesbian couple, and they kind of just make videos about them, like, as a couple, and they're really cute. I would definitely recommend looking them up. Their link's going to be in the bio down below. So just like, those are like the kind of like the only three topics I really wanted to draw on today, or those three channels, two channels, one show. I just want to say, basically, the point of this video is that we need to, like, more representation, and we have been getting a lot of representation, which is amazing. Actually, now that I think about it, there's another book I want to talk about, or not another book, but another thing I want to talk about, which is a book. My favorite book ever. It's called Carry On. It's by Rainbow Rowell. Yes, she writes books about a gay kid, and her name is Rainbow. Icon right there. Icon. Anyway, this book is about this wizard, or a mage, named Simon Snow, and he's kind of like the chosen one of his prophecy in this world of magic. But he was raised by normals, or Harry Potter fans would call them no-mages or muggles. He was kind of raised in a foster home for normal kids, and he didn't have an easy life, and he can't really control his magic, like, at all. But it's kind of like an adventure of him growing, and it is very LGBT friendly, as in, there is the main romance, which you don't even get to till like halfway through the freaking book. Thanks for making me wait. It's gay, and I love that. And it's such a good book. It's so funny and strong and powerful and emotional. Like, I got one of my friends to read it. A coworker of mine, like, middle-aged coworker of mine, and yeah, it's mainly a teen novel, but even she's loves it. She's a slow reader, or at least slower than me, because I could have gotten through that book in like 2 or 3 days. I'm a fast reader, I guess. And she's going through it very slowly. But every time she talks to me about it, she's like, "I love it, and I can't put it down." John, her fiance, has to like yell at her sometimes to like do work and like do chores instead of reading, and I find that funny. And the sequel is coming out in September, which I'm so excited for. And they're touring, and I'm like ready, almost about to text my friend saying, "Hey, you willing to go with me to see tour and stuff?" And cause it's just such a fun book, and I'm really excited for the sequel. It's so amazing and like so heartfelt and heartwarming. It's just a beautiful, beautiful book. So I'm very much looking forward to the sequel, and I just hope you all can read it. Carry On, by Rainbow Rowell. The sequel is going to be called Wayward Son, because carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are dead. Sorry, little song pause. Okay. So basically, those are what I wanted to talk about. Just, we need more representation, and we are getting more representation, but I feel like it can expand even more. For the most part, we get a lot of like books like Love, Simon, or random shows that happen to have trans characters, but they're more like dramas. What I think we need is like space pirates, but they're trans, or like just like different adventure books that are like fiction, fantasy, but also have LGBT things in it. Like Carry On is a great example of that, because they're wizards and they are gay. So it's like the main focus isn't really the gayness like it is in movies such as like Love, Simon, or The Warmest Color is Blue, or Blue is the Warmest Color. I haven't actually watched that movie yet. It's on my list, I promise. But it's like, and there are good books out there that do have like LGBT characters that are focused on other things. Like, another one that I would recommend is Song of Achilles, or one that I'm about to start reading, but I heard it is very gay, called Six of Crows, I think. I have it in my room. I'm about to start reading it. So I just feel like we need more adventure and fantasy that do have gay characters, or maybe even sci-fi. I don't even know. Like, I did love it when in Doctor Who they season 10, I believe, season 10, they added a lesbian companion, which I thought was amazing. I'm still yet to watch season 12 or season 11, not season 12. Oh my gosh, I'm like one season ahead. I still have yet to watch anything with Jodie Whittaker, though, even though I know she's amazing and I really want to watch her. I just haven't had the time. Oh, that was a weird tangent. Doctor Who's great. Sorry. So I just kind of like thought it would be interesting to make a video about, like, you know, kind of LGBT representation, how we can improve it, and how it's doing really well. So, but I would like also to remind you guys, look in the bio down below for Tuffy and Syl's page. They are amazing, and I really love their videos, so I would recommend watching them. They're very cute. Also, Thomas Sanders is another one I would really recommend watching. He has a Thomas Sanders account and Thomas Sanders and Friends account. He actually did a 2-part video on his Thomas Sanders and Friends account for like where he and his friends read questions about the LGBT community. So I'll put a link to that video down below as well, or the first part of that video anyway. Just check them out. They're a lot of fun, and I really hope you guys have an amazing day. So take a chomp out of life and make it a great day. Maxie out.